All right, good morning. Sorry for the late start. I was having some technical issues again. Um, Plan to play Offworld Trading Company, so let me get that started. Um, Might be a little weird when I start, but hopefully I'll be able to fix it quickly. Trading Company. Yeah, see, it's too small. Oh, dare. Uh, all right, that's this is the intro. I don't think I've ever streamed it because I always started with it already running. Um, but yeah, it looks okay, right? Yeah, pretty. Yeah. Uh, I believe I am going to resume game 4 of the 4-game campaign. So this will be the exciting conclusion. Hopefully I can do this in an hour. The last game of each campaign can run long because you actually have to achieve financial dominance and buy your competitors out. So let's see how fast I can do this. Resume campaign. Oh no, it's not the last one. It's I'm gonna do 3. Okay, that makes more sense. Good. All right. So let's just keep going then. All right. This is to unlock other bases. I tend to prefer the scientific HQ, so I'll just go with that. Um, So liquid batteries, I assume, has something to do with water. Um, but who knows? Free optimization center. So I already have an optimization center, but a free one for the final game could help because it would optimize the optimization center, make the optimization center more efficient. So I'll do that one, I think. Um, Yeah, medium resources, plains, private claim, that's kind of perfect for me. Other choice is low resources, no private claim. Yeah, we'll go with OMP. All right, hire staff. So I have a million to work with. Um, there's no patent lab, but I already have one. I could get an additional optimization center technician, but I don't think so. The other thing to note is that it would be much more conducive for me to go with a weekly now, like I was talking about yesterday, or last time I did this, not yesterday, but the last stream for Offworld Trading Company. Um, because the hiring forever is more than twice. It costs more than the 2 weeks of contracting. Even though I might not get this one the next week, it's just unless I really, really, really wanted it, there would be no real reason for me to hire it for the 2 weeks. It would be better for me to go contract week by week. So that's just how it breaks once you're further into the campaign. I want to look at the specialists and upgrades. So I can unlock the base, like another base. Power surge is a sabotage, and dynamite is a sabotage. Yeah, I don't tend to use sabotages. I guess I could reconsider, but I don't know. We'll see. The one thing I noticed is they do have glass kiln engineer, and I don't have that, so I'm going to contract that. Um, I have down here, you can see I have 2 of everything else, so I don't really need the other specialists. I have 1 of each of these things. If they had an electrolysis reactor engineer, I'd totally go for it because I've been sort of falling short in the creation of those lately. Um, They do have chemical lab, they have metal mine, they have greenhouse. I could try going the condenser route. I could invest in a hack array. Let's invest in a hack array coder. And then I'm actually I'm gonna take my cash down to 500K just to sort of not have money sitting around, essentially. I want to bring the 500K forward for the next week because hopefully there'll be more advantages after this game. But I also don't want to uh, just not spend money. I want there to be like stuff that would help me in general. Like I'm not sure if going up by one engineer in electronics factory would help, but I'm pretty sure that these resources will help. At least they'll be lucrative for me to sell. So what a condenser gives me is you can see water, oxygen, and carbon. And the carbon actually is helpful. So I think that's a good choice. So I'll launch the business. So I'm competing with San Marino and Joji 5, and you can see Sam's got a patent lab, but no optimization center, and Joji 5 doesn't have either one, but they do have Offworld Market Astronaut, which means they can sell to the Offworld. So that is the market dynamics. Okay, so our colony is a power station. We're forbidden to construct our own power generators. We have to buy from the city, good thing, or the colony. It's a good thing I didn't buy any more generators or generator engineers. Local price prevents cost of power exceeding 50 per unit. Cold fusion is unavailable. That's unfortunate. Um, because I think I already have that patent. I don't know. It doesn't matter that much. Stations. Yep. Okay. We can all build a hacker array. So the fact that I can build two may give me advantage. I'm not sure. Never played with two hacker arrays. Maybe I don't even know if it's possible. I guess we'll find out. Um, and again, we start auto paused and we have to scan for resources. So even though I don't necessarily need water as a robot player, I think I'm going to sort of center operations near water if I can, because it always seems to be very desired and lucrative. And this looks like a great place to do it because it's near water and iron and a little aluminum. So click once more. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. So I'm just going to found the robot base, but it looks like I have a choice that I could also use this base, which is scientific, I think. Yeah, that's the one that I chose, right? Yeah. So scientific gives you patents 50% faster, which is actually pretty tempting. Um, hmm. No, I think I'll stick with robots. It just seems more themely. So I'm going to, and we start out with a free, it looks like a free water plant. So I'm going to actually build on top of this one lower water resource so that the water pump will be adjacent. That seems right. And then I'm immediately unpause. So I'm going to pause again on spacebar. I am going to upgrade once, and it looks like I could upgrade again, but I'm actually going to save the cash to build some of my claims. So I want to get iron since I'm right next to a rich iron source. Um, and I think I'm actually going to build like one or two more waters. Let's see. Let's do two. So that we have plenty. And then Do I want a condenser? I don't know. I'm gonna wait on the condenser. Although you can see there are some good places for it, like this one. But I think I'll wait. I think what I want to do is build a reactor, electrolysis reactor. And that I also want to put right next to me. If I put it next to the water pumps, I get additional bonuses. They're not super high, they're a little high. I think it's also because it's on top of resources. Um, 50 to 75. I don't know how greedy am I. I guess I'll put two down. I'll put one here and one here. And I've got four tiles left and I can upgrade again. And I can also do the patent lab. I think I'm going to build the patent lab right away. Now I cannot upgrade again. So I'm going to let these cook. I'm going to let these actually get constructed and on plans. And actually, one more thing I'll build is another mine so I can connect this one to the other one. Everything now is all connected, which is interesting. I don't have to do any remote buildings because I'm not allowed to harvest power anyway. So, meh. Almost everything is built and making stuff. Just waiting on the patent lab. And that's done. All right, so I'm pausing. So first, I'm going to set water to auto cell, oxygen and fuel to auto cell, and iron to auto cell. Then I'm going to look at the patent situation. So I already have superconductor, which I've had for the whole game, the whole campaign. And I also have water engine, um, both of which help me in this case, especially if I have a surplus of water. That will help me um, not buy tremendous amounts of energy, hopefully. I want to shoot for slant drilling because it makes mining resources more efficient. You get a better richness and sort of more building options. Like even if somebody who doesn't have slant drilling develops a full patch like this one over here, I could still mine right next to it and get the same as the richest patch next to me. So it's very helpful from that perspective. Okay, so I'm going to save up for slant drilling. Thinking machines helps with respect to surviving some kinds of sabotage, making the sabotage faster to time out, quicker to repair. Teleportation is good, especially if I do build far afield from the base cluster. I won't get the superconductor bonus, but at least with teleportation, you don't pay fuel, as far as I understand it, or if you do, it's very discounted. So those are important. Carbon scrubbing is also interesting, but I can't afford any of these right now. I think given the energy situation, I will invest in energy vault. I'm not sure if geothermal borehole is even appropriate here because you need a geothermal vent, and I haven't seen one yet, but that doesn't mean they don't exist. I'm going to scroll around. It doesn't look like they're here. Yeah, I don't think we have a geothermal borehole on this map, so, or sorry, a geothermal vent. And since we don't have a geothermal vent, then that patent is not worth spending any money or resources on. Yeah, and I also just now noticed that the map is actually kind of small, which I'm sure that the materials told me. But anyway, Energy Vault first, then maybe financial instruments. It looks like other people are going to go into debt. I'm gonna try not to, but who knows? Um, so Energy Vault, and now I can't afford anything else, so we'll close that and let the game cook a little more. I had focus mode turned on my phone, but for some reason a text message came through anyway, which I don't understand since it doesn't actually seem to be that important. But you know, who knows? Technology is complicated and weird. Um, my money is building up from selling the stuff that I'm already harvesting. I guess the question is, what do I need and what has a good profit margin? Um, that I can get right away. Uh, I mean, I guess aluminum and silicon are useful. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. I'll get. See, they want me to go really far to get good silicon, and I'm not sure if that's totally worth it, especially since I can build an optimization center. I'm actually going to do this one, even though it's kind of silly. It's slightly away from the base, but not too far. And it has a low output, but it's only two hexes away from the base. So I'm hoping that with optimization, it will get me what I need. And then I've got one more claim left, and I guess aluminum, since I want to sort of build up my raw materials. This one is preferred because it got a fairly high yield, I guess. Not that preferred. You can see the line is a little bit dimmer than the others. And the highest yield has, yeah. We'll do this one, and then we can build right next to it if we want. Mostly because it's close by, and also because I have the optimization center. So both things I think will help in this regard. Um, Fuel and oxygen are okay. I don't need the oxygen, so I just sell it. Um, Next, I think will probably be steel, carbon, and then I can start working on the advanced plants and building up the resources as I need to support the advanced. So I'll unpause again. So now I'm looking for both an opportunity to actually let's see, I've got this one. That one's aluminum, so let's set that to auto cell. And we'll set the silicon to auto cell as well. So I also want to review my patent lab situation. So now I can afford stuff. And that's partly because resources are built up. And it's partly because I have just a little bit more cash than I did before. So since I can afford everything, I am going to first invest in slant drilling. And then I have to wait because that made me not afford anything else. So as soon as I can, I think I will invest in teleportation. I may wait for thinking machines and carbon scrubbing. I'm not sure. Nanotechnology is good if you do a lot of building and then selling buildings, but I hardly ever sell buildings, so I don't really invest in it. So teleportation, I'm not sure why I'm carrying a little debt since I'm supposed to be auto paying debt, but I guess it'll clear eventually. So now I'm wondering, is financial instruments, I think it's the best call for me. I might as well snap it up while I can. Everybody's already upgraded to base level 2, and I need to keep an eye on that, in that if I want to stay king of the colony, um, see, my bribe claim is at 6,000, so now we're above bribe claim. But it is an extra. They're fighting each other. Normally, I would get involved to drive up the price, but I don't really want to be in debt more than 10,000, so I'm not going to get involved. All right, so they're in debt 12,000. I hope they can dig themselves out. Okay. Um, Still watching. Anyway, so I want to keep an eye on where people are with their headquarters level, because that sort of ultimately informs how powerful they are and whether they're able to buy the modules for the colony, which is how we measure winning the week. So even though I'm pretty fixated on the patents right now, see, this guy's gone up to 3. Sorry, this woman. Um, I also want to just, yeah, they both have. Okay, so I also want to keep in mind on that. And maybe I will do that next rather than getting thinking machines or carbon scrubbing. I think I will, so that I can also invest in more claims and build my revenue up. Yeah, see, they're already buying stuff for the colony too, so it's definitely something I want to prioritize. All right, so I got teleportation, and so my ships are no longer flying because they're teleporting instead. And somebody's given me a very helpful virus. Thank you. Which I believe slows me down. Yeah, it slows down my output. Oh, that just slows me down. All right, I just upgraded the HQ, so I'm at sort of pace with everyone else. Um, I think since I can do a glass kiln, I'll do a glass kiln. It takes point -0.5 silicon, so I can do 2 and still have a surplus of silicon. So I'll do that. Um, Here and here. Um, with my 2 other tiles, I will do, oh, yeah, electronics. Um, which would make me buy carbon. Let's see, I have enough aluminum. I have to buy power anyway. Um, Carbon I don't have. Um, Silicon, I need another silicon. So I could potentially build one like right next to the one I have, which I think I will. So I'll do silicon. So that's because of the slant drilling. Um, I get a 50% bonus anyway. I think I'll go closer so I can hopefully use superconductivity. Um, and then I said I was going to do an electronics, which I can't now afford, so I'll wait. Oh, and also I'm going to be low on carbon, right? So I need to build carbon. So let me actually do that. These are all basically the same. This one provides me sort of the best expansion opportunities, so I'll build here. So now I need to either bribe a claim to build that electronics factory, or I can upgrade the HQ. So we'll see what sort of happens and what seems like the most likely. Another optimization center. I haven't even built the one that I have, so I think I'm gonna wait on that. Yeah, I think I can wait. I don't need to super buy heavy into that right now. So 20,000 to upgrade the base. Really. I'm not auto selling the glass. Let me do that. Um, I am bringing in carbon. I'm not auto selling that. So let me do that. Will help a little with respect to building up revenue savings, I guess. Pay my debt. I hate that thing sticking around. Okay. Uh, patents are. I mean, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna get that patent. I'm gonna defy my earlier priority and get that patent to help me with the inevitable sabotages that will come. These sort of swirly, loopy things are from the teleportation. And bribe a claim goes up based on other people bribing a claim. So it was 6,000 before, it's now 10,000 because at least one other person has. I think I actually will bribe a claim. Do I want to do that? No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna upgrade my base. Yeah, 21K. Things are going up. Prices are going up. There's still a shortage that's killing me. I don't have any electronics to sell. There's a shortage, so it keeps oh now surplus. But that's a nice, decent income right there. And let's see if we can get it by Soul 5. Time flies, man. Time flies. All right, I'll be the last to level 4. Sounds like I got a delivery. I think I'm gonna get it because people have been nabbing things off my porch lately. Please hold. Okay, sorry about that. It was indeed a delivery for me. Electronics. So I feel good that I went to pick it up. Okay, let's keep going. All right, there's another auction. Ooh, that is tempting, but still, I think I'm gonna let them duke it out. Um, if I'm saving up for, what am I saving up for? I've got 6 claim times. I can build my own low carbon if I want to, right up here. Okay. What am I doing? I'm doing an electronics factory. I'm going to do that right here to maybe hook up with this mine. I think I'm going to build 2 because why not? Can't afford a third. That's okay. I'll set that to auto sell, so that'll help boost. Um, Now it's time to think about, well, let's look at the patents just once more. Carbon scrubbing could help me now. I think I will try to buy that. So let's unpause and get to that. Ooh, I like how my profits are screaming up with the electronics. That's good. Okay, I think I'm done with the patent lab. Like, I need to keep it around, I think, to keep the patents in force. But I don't think I need to mess around with it in specific. So my priority is to build the optimization center, although it is already late October. I think I'm still going to do it. I think it still might be worth it. A little optimization. I don't know. I'm a little torn about that. It seems like a close call. I'm going to build another electronics factory. I'm just going to corner that market if I can. There's the optimization center. So now I want it to build. Hopefully, it will build by early Sol 5. There's Sol 5. I've got some interest from my competitors. Um, Spend a little bit of money on optimizations, probably just for the electronics factory, even though the price is falling. Oh, it's not now, there's a shortage. People are messing with it. Maybe I should, you know what? I think I am going to buy a hacker array and I'm going to use it to influence the electronics prices because that's how we become rich. So now I have the optimization center. I have 34K. It's almost time to upgrade my base once more and do the final builds and start really buying modules. In fact, I don't know. I almost feel like I should invest in supplies instead. I'm going to invest in supplies. I don't know. I feel like now the optimization center was a mistake and a diversion of 17,000 that I didn't really need to do. Um, yeah, I'm gonna try to get up to, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Not very yeah, I think I'm gonna use the optimization center to enhance the performance of my done my final base upgrade, so I have plenty of claims if I want to just go, let's just go whole hog. I'll build one at a time so I don't bottom out my other resources. I'm not going to buy that. They're probably going to use it on me. It's going to be fine, whatever. I have 13K though. Yep, I used it on, oh, that's freeze. I think freeze totally stops. Yeah, it totally stops, but it's short and it's shorter because I have AI, so that's good. Um, I need to wait until everything comes back for me to be able to see what's going to happen if I build another electronics factory. So instead, I'll spend my cash on more supplies. Um, yeah, because it looks like I'm low on aluminum, but I think that's what these are, right? No, that's iron. Here's aluminum. So I actually need to, oh, that's not even my aluminum. Um, oh, here's aluminum. Duh. I could go that far and get 2.4. This, there will be bonuses. I think I'm built here. Okay. Um, Yeah, that's interesting. I don't think it's electronics. Electronics does use aluminum, so I definitely need to bolster the aluminum. And then let's use that hacker array to buy an electronics shortage. Um, and another, and another, and another. Yeah, we'll just crank it. Okay. Um, and I have a fair amount of cash, so I can just spend on a couple more supply drop. Um, my aluminum is back up to some pretty significant positives. So I'm gonna 0.83, 0.79. We'll wait on that. Um, and now I should be able to run away with it, right? Yeah, even with the hacker array, the price is still going down for the electronics, which is fine because I am pumping out a lot of electronics each. This is the patent I don't need. So if you destroy a building, it gives you some resources back. I guess I could also build a chemical refinery. And I did get carbon scrubbing, right? Be a bonus for doing it here. That's interesting. Yeah, let's build that here. And well, it doesn't want me 105. I think I'm gonna actually do a string again to try to induce superconductor saving. Um, all right, so now I'm waiting to buy more stuff. Everything's gone up to about 32K-ish. And now here's one for 14K, so it jumps around a lot. Why did we snap this up before? Yep, somebody did. They went right for it. The auto sell, I think everything's set to auto sell. I'm not doing food, so that doesn't matter. We're up to 20 and they're up to 17 combined. I like to get a much greater edge if I can, but I don't think it matters a lot. Um, we got two more things in to okay. Um, 14. Um, 14 again. Now 16. I feel like I should do one more thing. Okay. I could actually maybe, can I sell this? I don't think it gets me anything. Yeah, it looks like I didn't really need the optimization center, or I didn't use it. Poor, relatively poor. 25. I don't know why they would buy a patent they can't use, but that's AI's for you. So I'm selling my stuff and turning it into cash. But the other way that I could do it is, for instance, I believe, if I had 170 units of aluminum sitting around, I could just donate it. But I've been selling all of my surplus. So um, I'm just not. And then you can also see like these chemical plants auto turn themselves off because they are not profitable. And my electronics factories will do the same thing once they reach a certain level of unprofitability. All right, so I won because I was investing more than anyone else in supply. 26 to a total of 17. That's not bad. Um, biggest money maker, biggest money sink. So I didn't need the steel, so I probably shouldn't have invested in it. The balance sheet. Oh, Sam was down a little bit more than I was up. That's something. That's a choice. Um, nothing super interesting there, I don't think. Oh, Sam was totally invested in farms, and my highest investments were Malvine and electronics. I didn't do anything with the black market. So friendly, so very friendly. Although San Marino clearly did something to me. I think that was that one freeze attack. I built an optimization center, but I didn't use it, so that was not a great choice. I did, however, get most of the patents, and I came into it with some of the patents already. So these two, I think, or at least this one. There's my stock soaring all over everyone else's. You can see with my electronics factory blitz, I drove the electronics factory prices down from about 400 or 300 something to nothing. So that's what you can do with concentrated output. Okay. I don't have time to do the last game in the camp. So I guess I'm going to end it here a little bit early for me. Um, I do want to say, and I'm still trying to figure out what to do and how to do this without giving away all my secrets, but I recently have been investigating. I've recently been investigating the Fediverse, and I did that partly because of Twitter and Elon Musk and all that silliness. And his plans apparently to charge for Twitter and stop moderating it and turning it into a shithole. So I decided to go back to Mastodon, which I think I used for, I don't know, a few months a couple of years ago. And I didn't really take to it, but now I seem to be a little bit better at it. And the other thing that happened was I started posting my streaming content on another aspect of the Fediverse, which is called PeerTube, and is the sort of distributed federated answer to YouTube. Um, and it has a lot of interesting facets to it. So I found this one PeerTube instance that allowed 20 gigabytes of storage, and it transcodes the files so that if you upload a high resolution file, it transcodes it to a smaller one. So the original impact of 3 gigs or something per video goes down to something more like half a gig per video. So the 20 gigs turned out to be roughly 20 to 24 of my videos. Um, there was information in the server's FAQ about how the administrator is easy about upgrading quotas, but that hasn't materialized. And it still could, but they also don't seem to be easy to contact. So what it has done is made me resolved to bring up my own PeerTube instance and host it on my own network because I have gig fiber, but do it securely so that I'm not inviting attacks. So I'm making like a DMZ network on my router, and I'm making sure the firewalls rules are correct so that none of the traffic from the DMZ can come into my private network. Um, Setting up DNS that I want to, setting up server itself is going to be a Raspberry Pi that I have sitting around that I'm upgrading with external storage and a larger micro SD operating system card. So there will be, we'll see. It's apparently supposed to run very well on that architecture, and part of that reason is that not only with the transcoding that I was talking about earlier, but here too, part of the way that it works is it stores or can store some or all of the data um, that it serves on peering network. So um, essentially, it becomes a BitTorrent seeder, and if the videos get picked up by other seeders and peers, it can offload that storage to the BitTorrent network and not continually have to hold the storage locally. So I'm starting my Raspberry Pi with 1 TB of storage, and I can add more because it'll have 3 unused USB ports. So there's plenty of space for additional USB external storage devices. But 1 TB, I don't want to sound like Bill Gates here with the 640K, but 1 TB seems like it might be enough for me in the foreseeable future, unless I don't know, somehow turn streaming into a full-time career, which I doubt. So mostly it's about trying to figure out how to set up securely, join the Fediverse by setting up a PeerTube instance and making it join the Fediverse, and then storing and serving my videos under my terms, essentially. But as a side to all that work, I'm also trying to document it and present it, like record myself doing things like the setup of the Raspberry Pi or the setup of DNS and so on. So I started blogging about that, but um, I would also like to record myself doing it in OBS Studio, like I do the stream, and then actually publishing those videos as how-tos on how to set up uh, your own network, your DNS, um, an instance of PeerTube, joining it to the Fediverse, configuring it, etc. The challenge is, since I will be doing these recordings um, of the things that I'll be using in production, like in the real world, um, I need to be careful because I don't want to reveal secrets like passwords, private IP addresses, and so on. So it's probably going to be a mix of blog entries, links to other people's YouTube videos, like for instance, setting up um, the firewall rules, um, a DMZ network, and other related topics, because it's just difficult for me to record my private network instance and not give away the secrets that I want to keep. So, uh, I hope to have more news for you in the future. I have started blogging about it on my geekblog.malcolmden.com. But I haven't really started getting into the meat of things. Although that delivery that I just picked up is, I believe, the internal and external storage for the Raspberry Pi. So I can start setting it up um, as a PeerTube instance soon. So um, plans are starting to come to fruition, and I just want to sort of record myself doing it if I can for posterity and so that other people can benefit from it. Anyway, that's the project, the side project. It doesn't really have a lot to do with streaming, except for that it's another place that I can host. Um, you are welcome, and please, if you want to subscribe to me on YouTube, to follow me on Twitch, to like the videos on YouTube. If you want to follow me to the Fediverse, I'll try to make sure that my video descriptions, at least on YouTube, um, contain information on how to get to the Fediverse version of the videos, at least as long as they can stay up. For now, on the other person's PeerTube, I've been having to delete the old ones in order to post the new ones. But on my own PeerTube, assuming I do manage to put it into production on the internet, I should have no such limitations. So we'll see how it goes. Um, but I hope you'll join me at least for more gaming. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. And I hope you're kind to yourself and to your family and to your furry people if you have them in your life. Um, and I hope that they are kind to you. Um, extra pets and from really pets and humans, I suppose. Take good care of yourself.